I know you came here tonight because sleep feels far away. The room is dark, but your mind is still awake. Thoughts circling. Memories you didn't invite, knocking at the door again. But you're not alone here. Tonight, you don't have to hold them by yourself. You are safe to set them down. You made it here tonight. I can tell you're tired. So much on your mind. So much you've carried alone. But not now. Not here. The room is quiet. The air feels softer than before. Somewhere beyond the window, the wind is breathing against the trees. And here, you are safe. He stays. The moonlight rests on the edge of the blanket. A pale silver glow. Like a hand that doesn't leave. Breathe with me. In slowly. Out. Slower still. You don't have to hold anything tonight. Feel the weight in your shoulders. How it aches. How it's been there for days. Let it slip down into the mattress. Peace I leave with you. My peace I give you. The words are a whisper in the dark. Not read from a page, but breathed close as if for you alone. The curtain moves gently. A faint draft. It carries the scent of night rain far away. You close your eyes. And there, on your cheek, warm breath. Steady. Near. He stays. Somewhere deep in the quiet, a memory stirs of a field's tall grass moving under moonlight, the sound of water close by. You don't walk in that field yet. You only see the edge of it. Waiting. Let your fingers uncurl. They've been holding too much. Rest them against the blanket. Feel how warm it is there. The air shifts. Somewhere close, a door opens. Just a little. Light spills across the floor. And someone steps in. You can't see their face. But you know who it is. He stays. The wind pauses. Even the night seems to listen. In this stillness, you feel his hand, light as moonlight, resting against your hair. It doesn't move away. It stays. And something inside your chest that's been tight for so long begins to loosen. Once, on a night colder than this, a voice called someone by name in the dark. It was the only sound for miles. But it was enough to change the rest of their life. We'll come back to that another time. For now, just breathe. Slow in, slow out. The shadows on the wall have softened. The room no longer feels heavy. Every sound is rounded, muted. The blanket has taken the shape of your body. You feel weightless under it. And in this stillness, he stays. Your breathing slows. The air feels warmer now, almost like someone is here, watching over you. The wind moves again. It brushes the curtain, letting in a slice of silver moonlight. It falls across your hands, and you notice they're not trembling anymore. You don't have to be strong tonight. Not here. Not now. Let your eyes close. The night can keep its watch. Somewhere in the distance, you hear a sound. Faint, low, steady. Like water running over smooth stone. You don't know where it is, but it feels familiar. He stays, and with him, peace. They say there's a place where the grass never bends in the wind, where light stays even at midnight. Only the ones who stop hurrying ever find it. Maybe one night you'll walk there. Feel the pillow under your head. The way it cradles you. Like it knows exactly where you ache. The blanket edges brush against your cheek. Soft still warm from the last breath you took. Peace I leave with you. My peace I give you. The words float in the air. You can almost see them. Silver letters in the moonlight. They drift slowly toward you and rest on your chest. The night outside has settled. Even the wind has lowered its voice. You are safe. Here. Now. He stays. Somewhere beyond this room, a candle flickers. Not in your sight, but close enough you can feel its glow. You wonder whose hands lit it. You wonder if they prayed for you when they did. The thought lingers, warm, gentle. Your shoulders sink deeper into the bed. Your breathing matches the rhythm of the quiet. The moonlight on the blanket shifts, and you realize time is passing. But you don't feel it. You are in the still place now. The place where heaviness doesn't follow. And in that place, he stays. And if you keep listening, I'll take you to the field. The one you've been seeing at the edge of your dreams. Breathe with me now. Just here. No need to fix anything. Let the day fall away. I know your mind is still carrying pieces of today. Faces, words, the way certain moments replay again and again. But not here. Not now. This space is different. Breathe in. Slow. Hold. And let it go. You are not alone in this breath. Someone is here. Closer than your own heartbeat. Let it go. You are loved. More than you think. I know you've been carrying this alone. But not tonight. Feel that? A hand, warm and steady, resting on your shoulder. It's been there longer than you realized. Some nights, the world feels too heavy to sleep. But even then, you are safe to rest. He is watching over you. Listen. There's a door in this room. You didn't notice it before. It's not locked. And it's opening just enough for a warm light to spill in. Let it touch your face. It's safe. It's been waiting for you. If you close your eyes now, there's a field beyond that door. And it's been waiting too. You don't have to walk there yet. We'll take our time. For now, just keep breathing with me. Breathe in for 4. Hold for 2. Breathe out for 6. Again. In. Hold. Out. Let it go. You are loved. More than you think. If you know someone who needs to hear this tonight, send it to them. Let them know they're not forgotten. Because even here, in the quiet, your name is remembered. And when you're ready, we'll step through that door together. Don't move too quickly. Let the warmth in your shoulder spread down your arm. Feel it soften your hands. They've been holding on all day. They can rest now. Breathe in and let your fingers loosen. Your head sinks deeper into the pillow. It remembers your shape. The gentle weight of you, exactly where you belong. The scent of pinewood drifts closer. It's faint, but familiar. The kind of scent that makes you remember somewhere safe. Let it take you there. In 4. Hold 2. Out 6. With every breath, the room feels softer. The air is not heavy anymore. Let it go. You are loved. More than you think. There's a sound now, like fabric brushing softly. Not here. Somewhere beyond the door. You imagine someone adjusting a blanket, tucking it in so it stays warm until you arrive. We won't go yet, but it's ready for you. Even the wind outside has slowed down, as if it doesn't want to wake you. There's a bench in that field, and under it, someone once left a folded note. We'll find it later, but for now, just breathe. Come to me, all you who are weary, and I will give you rest. Rest feels closer now, like a hand on your back, guiding you slowly forward. You are safe to rest. He is watching over you. The golden light at the door grows warmer, but it doesn't rush you. It waits. Your breathing slows. Your thoughts grow quiet. When you're ready, we'll open that door just a little more. And when you step through, something will change. But that can wait. For now, just this breath. There's a shift now, like the night itself, taking us deeper breath. You feel it in your chest, that slow, steady rhythm. The weight on your shoulders is lighter, almost gone. A hand rests there, not heavy, just enough to remind you you're not alone tonight. The pillow cradles your head. It feels warmer than before. Somewhere outside, a branch moves, but only once, as if even the trees are watching quietly. Breathe in, holds, and let the breath go slower than before. The scent of pine lingers, but now there's something else. A faint trace of something sweet, like honey warmed by the sun. You know it from somewhere, but you can't place it. Let it be. There's a soft glow ahead, not from the door, but from something lower, as if light is spilling through the seams of a small wooden box. We won't open it yet, but one day we will. Let it go. You are loved. More than you think. Come to me, all you who are weary, and I will give you rest. The air here feels different, like it's been waiting just for you. The hand on your shoulder moves, not away, just closer, guiding you toward the sound of grass moving gently. There's a field just ahead. The grass is tall enough to hide in, tall enough to hold secrets. One of them is yours. When you close your eyes, you'll see it. Not yet. Soon. You are safe to rest. He is watching over you. The golden light from the door has softened. It's no longer a doorway. It's an opening into somewhere you've been before. But not in this life. We'll walk there, slowly. But first, one more breath. The night leans closer, not in a rush. Just here. You feel it in the way the air wraps around you. Your breathing is steady now, deep enough to reach the places you've kept locked away. The hand on your shoulder remains warm, patient, as if it's been waiting all this time. Let it go. You are loved more than you think. A chair sits in the corner, rocking slowly. No one sits in it, and yet it moves. That's not something to fear. It's what happens when peace has weight. Your head sinks deeper into the pillow. Every blink feels heavier than the last. Breathe in, hold, and let it out, slower than before. A faint sound drifts through the door. It's not footsteps. It's not the wind. It's the grass, brushing against itself, whispering in a language only the night understands. We won't go yet. Not until you're ready. You are safe to rest. He is watching over you. There's a scent now, like rain that fell hours ago and stayed. It makes the air softer, easier to hold in your lungs. If you knew how the field looked tonight, you'd run there. But instead, we'll walk. There's a story the grass has been saving. It's not for everyone. It's for you. The golden light at the door trembles, not fading, just breathing with you. When you close your eyes, it will still be there, waiting, like the fields. If someone you love is quietly breaking inside, send this and let them feel held tonight. I know you've been carrying this alone, but not tonight. The door will open soon, and the field will be waiting. You're still here. Your breathing has slowed. The weight you've been carrying has softened just enough to let you sink deeper. The air around you feels warmer now. Somewhere close, water moves over smooth stones. A low stream curling around the edges of a green pasture. The shepherd stays. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. The words drift in, not sharp, not demanding, just resting on the air like leaves that know where to fall. You take a breath in, and the air smells faintly of pine wood and an open sky. Breathe out, and you can almost feel the grass bending under your fingers. He makes you lie down in green pastures, not forcing, not rushing, just waiting until your own body agree it's safe to rest here. The shepherd stays. You are safe here in this pasture. And maybe, if you let your eyes close, you'll notice the sunlight shifting through the leaves. It touches the water just enough to turn it to glass. He leads me beside still waters. Not a sound, but the steady trickle. Like time itself has forgotten to move. You rest your hand on the earth. It's warm here. Warmer than you expected. As if someone had been sitting here moments before you arrived. And maybe they'll be back soon. Maybe they're already walking this way. You don't have to move. You don't have to prepare. Even here in the quiet, he knows your name. And in this knowing, You find the courage to unclench your hands. Let them rest against the grass, against the peace that doesn't ask for anything in return. The shepherd stays. He restores your soul. Your thoughts drift like clouds, slow, unhurried. One of them lingers. The memory of a door, slightly open, light spilling through. You can't see who's on the other side, but you know they're not leaving. A shadow moves across the pasture. Not threatening. Just a reminder that the day is alive. You breathe again. Inhale the quiet. Exhale the ache. And in the distance, you hear it. Footsteps on dew-soaked grass. They're not rushing. They're not lost. They know exactly where you are. The air changes. Softer now. As though the morning has decided to lean in closer. He leads me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Not a straight road. Not paved or perfect, but worn smooth by the feet of those who have walked here before. You feel the earth under you shift. A little uneven, a little alive. The grass brushes your skin, cool and forgiving. The shepherd stays. You are safe here in this pasture. The stream hums beside you, constant. Its voice never rises, never falls, only flows. Somewhere, the wind threads itself through the branches above. Shadows move over the water. And for a moment, the sunlight catches, turning every ripple into gold. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. The words don't land heavy. They don't press. They simply remind you. Shadows are just proof that light is near. You remember a night long ago. Rain on the roof. Someone's hand holding yours until sleep came. That night, you didn't know it yet. But they had stayed the whole time. You hear the steps again. Closer this time. Steady. Certain. They don't rush because they're not afraid of losing you. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. There's no weight in your chest now, only the rhythm of your breath and the sound of grass parting gently as someone moves through it toward you. The shepherd stays. Even here in the quiet, he knows your name. A bird calls somewhere beyond the trees. Not loud, just enough to remind you. You are not alone in this pasture. The sound fades, replaced by a softer hum, the one that lives in silence when you're finally still enough to hear it. You stay there. You let yourself stay. And the world feels like it's breathing with you. The light shifts again, warmer now, almost like a hand resting over your shoulder. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. The words are strange in a world this quiet. But here, they feel less like a battle and more like an invitation to sit. You picture the table, not grand, not far, just close enough that you could reach out and touch the wood. A cup waiting there. The steam curling upward like a prayer you don't need to say out loud. You anoint my head with oil. The scent is faint. Wild herbs warmed by the sun. It lingers like someone's blessing brushed against your skin and decided to stay. A memory drifts in. A narrow path. The sound of a bell in the distance. Someone walked ahead of you then, but kept turning back, making sure you hadn't fallen behind. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. You try to imagine what that looks like. It's not a crowd. It's not noise. It's just two quiet shadows, always beside you, even when you don't notice. The shepherd stays. You are safe here in this pasture. Even here in the quiet, he knows your name. And I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Not a house with walls, but a space without edges, where the air itself remembers you. You hear it again. The steps through the grass. Closer than before. Not rushing. Just coming. Through the veil of early light. Through the soft, bending stems. Someone is almost here. And then a pause. The kind that feels like the world holding its breath. The field is waiting. And someone has been waiting there all night. It starts with the sound. Not loud. Not yet. Just the rhythm of small waves lapping against the side of a wooden boat. The night air is heavy. Warm enough to carry the smell of salt and cedar. The moon is a thin line above you, as if it too is holding its breath. They had set out across the water while the sky was still painted with gold. And now, it has faded to blue, and then to something darker. You are there, sitting low in the boat, fingers brushing the worn wood beside you. Every so often, the wind tugs at the corner of your cloak like a child asking for your attention. Somewhere toward the front, he is resting. Head leaned back. Eyes closed. As if the world around him is as calm as the pasture you left behind. But the air shifts. The breeze deepens into a breath you can feel. The surface of the water wrinkles, shivers. And the boat answers with a long, slow creak. You remember another night, far from any water. A wind had pressed against your window until it hummed. And someone sat beside you in the dark, whispering nothing but your name. Back on the water, the clouds gather in the distance. Not fast, but with purpose. The first drops fall. Not rain yet, just a cool trace across your face. He has not moved. His hand rests where it fell. The same hand that will never let go. You glance over the edge. The dark beneath is endless. The stars blur where the water bends them. A shiver passes through the wood under your feet. The storm is not here yet. But the night has changed. You can feel the boat begin to lift. The first real gust comes from nowhere. It catches the edge of the sail, snapping the fabric in the dark. You lean forward slightly. Not in fear, just to listen. The sound is deeper now, the water pulling itself into long, restless swells. Around you, shapes move in the shadows. Men shifting their weight, hands tightening on ropes. No one says it yet, but they all feel the change. The clouds blot out the last thin line of moon. The night grows heavier, pressing low over the boat. Your fingers brush the side again. It's colder now. Each swell lifts the woods, then lets it drop with a sigh. He still hasn't moved. His breathing is even, like someone who already knows the end of the story. You think of a path you once walked, overgrown, hidden. But at the end of it, a single lamp in the window. It had been waiting for you. Back in the boat, the rain begins. Not a drizzle. Not yet a downpour. Just enough to blur the horizon into nothing. The wind curls around you like something alive. It pulls at your cloak. It runs its fingers through your hair. You are held even in the storm. The words don't come from your own mind. They are simply there. The boat rises higher now. Water splashes over the side, cool against your skin. You draw in a breath. The next moment, a wave tilts the world. For just an instant, the stars vanish. The horizon is gone, and all that's left is the sound of the wind in your ears. The storm is here, but so is he. The mast groans above you. Ropes strain and whip in the dark. Spray stings your face, but you don't wipe it away. You're listening for something else. A voice low enough to be mistaken for a memory. The rain thickens. Each drop a tiny drum on the wood. The sea no longer rolls. It heaves. Somewhere to your left, a hand clutches the side. You catch the knuckles in a flash of pale lightning. He's still asleep, his head resting as though on a pillow. His robe curling at the edges in the wind. And then a shift, not in the sea, in you. It's the strange calm of realizing you're not the one keeping the boat afloat. You never were. You remember a winter long ago when the power went out and the whole house was swallowed in dark. Except for the single candle someone placed in the hallway. That tiny flame lit the whole night. The storm presses in harder now. The boat shudders. Waves slap like open palms. It's chaos to the ear, but to the heart, it's still only water. You glance back at him. His hand, loosely open beside him, rests on the woods. Every rise and fall of the boat, his hand stays. His hand never lets go. A crack of thunder makes the others flinch. Your eyes stay on him. For a moment, it's as if the lightning doesn't touch this part of the boat. Another swell comes, higher than the rest. It tilts the boat, lifting the bow toward the night. You think you feel it the moment the boat begins to glide, lighter than before. And then a breath, not from you, not from the wind. A stillness between heartbeats, waiting, listening. The bow dips, water slides away. And somewhere deep inside you, a whisper, peace, be still. The words don't echo. They don't need to. They land heavy in the air, but soft in the chest. You feel the first sign, not in the sea, but in the wind. The sting is gone. The cold is gone. Only the breath of night remains. The waves falter as if surprised they were told to stop. They retreat without a sound. The boat rocks once, then settles like a cradle swaying its last sway. He stands now, robe hanging still, every fold at rest. The others stare at him, at the horizon, at their own hands. But you look at the water. The way it reflects the sky like an unbroken sheet of glass. You can see the stars all the way to the rim of the sea. Somewhere in the quiet, you remember a night years later when someone you loved was in a hospital bed and you sat through the dark, hearing only the rhythm of their breath. It felt the same, fragile, precious, untouchable. You draw in air. It fills deeper now. You notice your grip has loosened, your shoulders are lower. The water, dark but gentle, laps at the hull like a friend's hand. And there he is, looking right at you. No urgency, no question, only that quiet knowing. You remember the words you've heard all night, shaped different each time, but meaning the same. You are held, even in the storm. He moves toward the bow, not to leave, just to see further. You follow, your steps lighter on the wood. The horizon is a thin line now. The dark is turning to pearl. Somewhere beneath that pale light, you feel the boat begin to drift again, but this time it's not running from the storm. It's moving toward something. It begins in the corner of your eye. Not the full sun, just a pale wash. The kind of light you almost think you imagined. It spreads slow, like honey on warm bread. You glance toward him, and there's the smallest smile. The water answers first. Colors crawl across its skin. Blues give way to rose, rose to gold. And still, his hand rests on the side of the boat, never pulling away, never letting go. The boards beneath your feet are dry now. Salt has settled into lines. The wind is warm. You almost didn't notice the shift. Once, as a child, you fell asleep in the backseat of a car and woke to find you were already home. No memory of the roads, no fear of the night, only the hand that had carried you in. The sea feels like that now. One of the others leans over to trail his fingers in the water. The ripples move outward, but return without hurry. Somewhere ahead, the line between sky and sea disappears. He steps closer to you. The light catches in his hair, turning the edges to fire. You're safe here. It's not louder than the breeze, but it goes deeper than sound. You rest your hand over his, and it doesn't move. The horizon breathes. The day waits. Somewhere far off, the gulls begin to circle. You don't see the shore yet, but you know it's there. The boat leans ever so slightly, the first hint that the journey isn't over. But his hand never lets go. You don't remember when the sound of waves became this gentle. For so long, the sea was a voice that shouted. Now it's a whisper at the hem of the boat. You draw in a breath, and it smells of land. Grass, warm earth, something blooming you can't quite name. But the water beneath you still moves like silk. He's standing near the bow now, one hand on the rope, the other resting at his side. Calm, steady, like the sky after rain. Someone once told you that home isn't a place. It's the moment you exhale and realize you're no longer searching. The memory surfaces now, though you don't remember who said it. Your eyes follow the ripple of his robe. It sways with the boat's rhythm, catching light, then shadow. And then, the smallest sound. Wood tapping gently against something unseen. It could be a dock. It could be the beginning of another shore. But he doesn't look away from you, not even once. You are held even in the storm. This time, the words feel like they belong to the air itself. You glance over the side, but the water hides its secrets. Dark in some places, shimmering gold in others. Somewhere in the mist, a figure waits. You can't tell if it's moving closer or simply standing still. And you realize you don't need to know. The journey is still happening. The boat still rocks in the cradle of the sea. His hand never lets go. You don't have to move. You don't have to speak. Just stay here. Rest here. The light is soft through the curtain, like it doesn't want to wake you. It just wants to be near. A hand rests over your heart. Not heavy. Not asking anything. Just staying. Far away, a bird calls once. Then silence returns. Like the morning is still deciding if it's time. Stay here. Rest here. The world can wait. The air is warm, but not heavy. It moves like a sigh across your cheek. You could almost believe the sigh is his. You are safe. You are safe to stay. The floor is wood beneath you. Smooth. Cool. The kind that remembers 100 quiet mornings like this. Outside, somewhere, water moves. Not rushing. Not calling. Just letting you know it's there. Not a moment passes without him near. You breathe in slow, and you notice there is nothing sharp here. No corners for your thoughts to cut on. You let your breath fall into his rhythm, the kind that makes the inside of you quiet. Ahead, there's a bridge. Wooden. Weathered. It leads somewhere even softer. You don't have to cross it yet. You can just watch it wait for you. And somewhere, though you don't know why, you think of an old garden gate. Left open once. And what waited beyond it. But that's a story for another time. Stay here. Rest here. You are still here. The quiet has grown deeper. It's as if the air itself has decided to rest. Somewhere far off, a single bird calls. Its voice barely touches the morning sky. You almost smile because it feels familiar. The light through the curtain is softer now. It rests across your hands like a warm shawl. Your breathing finds its own rhythm, slow and steady. And you remember, someone once told you, you didn't need to keep moving to be loved. That love can hold still with you. Stay here, rest here. Your mind drifts again. Not away, but through the shape of the room, through the faint scent of rain before it falls. Somewhere beyond this moment, you see water, a small wooden bridge, and mist rising just enough to hide the far shore. You hear his voice, not above you, not far from you, but close enough to feel against your cheek. I am with you always. And the thought feels too large to hold, like trying to cup a river in your hands. But you let it spill anyway. Stay here. Rest here. Your fingers brush the wooden rail of the bridge. It's worn smooth, like something that has waited for many years. The water below moves in slow silver threads. You take one step. The boards give a quiet sigh under your weight. And on the other side, you can almost see a small bench in the shade of a willow. Someone once sat there waiting. You don't know for whom. Years ago, a letter had been left on that bench. folded once, sealed with a pressed flower. No one ever came to claim it. The image fades before you reach it, but you keep walking because you know what it means to cross over, even without answers. The sound of the bird returns, closer now, as if it had been following you. And with it, the scent of warm bread, though no one is baking. Stay here, rest here. You are safe to stay. You pause in the middle of the bridge. The water reflects the early sun, but bends the light, so it shimmers like a veil. Your hand rests on your heart. You feel the quiet there. It's the same quiet he spoke into the storm. The same stillness that told the waves, "Be still." Not a moment passes without him near. The far shore is closer than you thought. And when your foot touches it, the earth feels warm under you. A single path leads forward, lined with grass that sways without wind. Somewhere ahead, you hear the soft turn of a page. But you don't rush. You let the moment breathe. Because here, you can stay. You're still walking, but it doesn't feel like walking anymore. It's more like drifting. The ground beneath you is soft, like it's been keeping a place for you. The light is warmer here. It moves through the tall grass in waves. You think of his words again. I am with you always. It's not the kind of promise you measure in years. It's the kind you feel in the space between heartbeats. Stay here, rest here. Your eyes find a small stone wall ahead. Its edges are covered in moss, and flowers grow in the cracks. You reach out and let your fingers trace the rough surface. It feels alive, like it has been listening to the wind for centuries. Beyond the wall is a garden. But it's not like any garden you've known. The air is thick with the scent of rain and sunlight. And somewhere, water is singing over stone. You step inside. Every path curves gently, as if to keep you from seeing the end too soon. You pass a wooden chair, empty except for a folded blanket. Once, long ago, someone waited here every evening to watch the sky turn gold, until one night they never came back. but the blanket remains exactly where they left it. You don't touch it. You just keep beans. A soft wind moves through the leaves. It carries the faintest sound, like a heartbeat beneath the earth. You follow it, past a row of trees that seem to lean toward you as you pass. And then you see it. A small clearing where sunlight falls in a perfect circle. In the center, a pool of water so still it mirrors the sky without a ripple. You kneel beside it. The water is clear, but deep enough to hide what rests at the bottom. When you lean closer, you think you see the reflection of someone standing beside you. But when you turn, there's no one there. You hear it again, his voice quiet as a breath. You are safe to stay. The words settle over you like a blanket. Not heavy, just enough to keep the night away. Stay here, rest here. Your eyes close. You feel the warmth of the sunlight and the cool touch of the earth beneath you. And then, somewhere in the distance, a single bell rings. No one remembers when the bell was last rung. Some say it rings by itself, only when someone has found their way home. You don't know if it's true, but you hear it again. And somehow you believe it. Not a moment passes without him near. The sound fades, leaving only the whisper of leaves above you. You let yourself breathe into it. The world feels softer now. Ahead, a narrow path leads away from the clearing. You don't know where it goes, but you're not afraid to follow. Because here, you have already found what you needed. I'm still here, next to you. The night is quiet now. Even the wind has slowed. The grass bends gently, as if it knows, as if it has been here, waiting. You breathe in, cool air tinged with moonlight. You breathe out. The weight begins to leave you. Above, the stars are steady, not rushing anywhere, not afraid of the dark. He remains. You feel it in the quiet between sounds, in the space where your thoughts usually run. Now they rest. The shepherd stays. His hand is still on your shoulder, not pressing, just enough to say, "I'm here." A thin silver light rests on the field, not moving, not fading. You are loved. The night is deep, but you are deeper still. The dark cannot touch you here. Somewhere in the distance, a small stream moves over stones. It is the only thing still speaking. Long ago, someone tied a ribbon to the branch above that stream. No one remembers why. It is still there. You imagine the ribbon now, soft, frayed, yet holding on. Like you close your eyes again. This time, you don't need to open them. The grass sways. The air hums low. You are safe. He stays. The moon has shifted just a little, enough to lay a softer light across your face. Your breath falls into rhythm with the night. Slow, certain, unhurried. The field around you hums with life. Not loud, just a presence. You feel the ground beneath you. Solid, unmoving, like his promise. You are loved still, and there's no rush to leave this moment. Nothing calling you away. Only the quiet invitation to remain. The shepherd's hand has not lifted. It rests where it has always been. A silent vow that tonight and every night he stays. Somewhere beyond the meadow, an owl turns its head, watching, keeping. The stars lean closer, as if they, too, are listening. Your heart slows. Your body loosens its hold on the day. The grass whispers again. You can't tell if it's the wind or the memory of someone speaking your name long ago. In that memory, you were holding a lantern. You were not alone. The path was lined with small white stones that glowed when you stepped on them. You do not know where that path led, but it's still there, somewhere in the dark. You rest your hands near your heart now. feeling the warmth still here. You are safe to stay. And the world beyond this field can wait. The air changes. Not colder. Not warmer. Just softer. It folds over you like the edge of a blanket being drawn up by someone who knows exactly when you need it. Breathe. Let it stay. Your eyelids are heavier now. Not because you are forcing them closed, but because the night has agreed to hold them for you. You hear the slow rhythm of your own heartbeat. It's steady, unshaken, like his presence. He remains. Even here, especially here. Far off, a stream murmurs to itself, the way a mother might hum to a child. It's not for you to answer, it's only for you to hear. The stars above seem endless. But tonight, they feel close. Like each one could be touched if you lifted your hand. You don't lift it. There's no need. Because everything you need to hold is already holding you. Somewhere, though you cannot see it, a tree is swaying in the night wind. Its branches stretch wide, but never away. You are loved still. Once someone told you about a bell that only rings in dreams. They said it sounded once in a lifetime, and when you heard it, you would know you had found your way home. You think, just for a moment, you might have heard it tonight. The grass sighs. The sky leans in. You let the silence speak. No hurry. No end. Just the breath of God over the land. You are safe. You are safe to stay. In the distance, there is a faint silver glow. It could be the moon on water. It could be morning waiting far away. You don't need to decide. Because tonight belongs here. To the grass. To the sky. To him. And to you. The night has settled fully now. Even the wind seems to move in whispers. Somewhere above, a cloud passes over the moon, not to hide the light, but to soften it. And you are here. Still here. The weight in your chest is lighter. Not gone, but held. You can feel his hand, not gripping, not forcing, just resting. He remains. The field stretches endlessly ahead. Each blade of grass bends under the gentlest breeze, like worship in slow motion. You remember something, a voice once telling you, there will always be a light left on for you. Tonight and every night, he stays. You breathe in that truth, all like air that has been waiting centuries to reach you. Breathe in love. Breathe out fear. Far away, a stream still hums to itself. Its sound is slower now, like even the water is resting. The stars shimmer faintly, their light falling on the grass, on your hands, on the quiet curve of your breathing. And there is no rush. Someone once wrote your name in the sand and told you the tide would wash it away. But when you returned, the tide had come and gone, and the name was still there. You never knew why. You still don't. Your eyes are nearly closed. You can feel the line between waking and dreaming becoming a thin ribbon of light. You could step across it now, or wait a little longer. The air smells of earth and night and rain that hasn't yet fallen. And in that scent is a promise you don't need to put into words. You are loved still. And nothing, no shadow, no silence, no fear can turn that away. The grass leans close to hear your breath. The sky holds its position above you as if guarding something precious. He remains. You could sleep now. You could let the night finish this story for you. The moon edges out from behind the cloud again, silver light touching your face. It is not goodbye. It is never goodbye. It is simply night, keeping its watch. The last thing you hear before the dream takes over is the sound of the field breathing with you. And somewhere deep, past thought, past worry, you know the truth. Tonight and every night, he stays.